everyone, welcome back. This is Rachel with LoCasa, and today we are going to be going over one of our newest Subject 2 opportunities. For those of you watching, and if you are a real estate investor, a short-term rental operator, or somebody that's looking to get into purchases, specifically Subject 2, this is definitely the video for you. If you are not familiar with this transaction style, I definitely recommend you do your research. It's basically the ability to own a home without having to go out and get your own loan, qualify with your own credit, and it usually is for a lot less money down. So this specific property is in Winter Haven, Florida. Now, Winter Haven, Florida is basically in between Tampa and Orlando. As you can see here in the map, we have Orlando, and then we have Tampa, and then Lakeland. So Winter Haven is really just in central Florida. Now, this property is coming fully turnkey. It does not need any work done to it. Of course, feel free to do your own inspection, but it has some nice wooden charm, a very long driveway. As you can see here, the floors look great. Overall, just a very well put together property. This was occupied by somebody who was in the military who is now moving, and I believe they are purchasing a different property that they've already closed on, so they're completely moved out. This home is vacant. It includes all of the appliances. And then as you can see here, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. It's a smaller property, a little under 1,000 square feet, but a nice large backyard. Of course, there's a lot you can do with it. And we include a screenshot on the projections for it as a short-term rental. So going into some of the other details, since this is a Subject 2, you're taking over the existing mortgage, what we're asking for is $20K entry. This is going to cover some cash to the seller as well as commissions and the assignment fee. So $20,000 to basically purchase this property plus closing costs, which won't be more than a few thousand. And you are taking over a 6% fixed VA loan, basically not due until 2053. So you could hold on to this property for almost 30 years if you'd like. The PITI right now is $1,746 a month. So that includes principal, interest, tax, and insurance. You can run this as a long-term, mid-term, short-term, or by the room rental. This is the video breakdown of the deal. So this will be available to click when you go onto the listing. And then, like I said, deal structure Subject 2. The remaining loan balance is a little under $235,000. Interest rate, like I mentioned, 6%. Already talked about the entry cost. Monthly PITI is a little under $1,750. Loan type is VA, and it's not due for almost 30 years. 3-bed, 1 bath, a little under 1,000 square feet. It was built in 1978. It's clearly been renovated since then. No HOA, and it's turnkey. We include some comps on running it as a long-term, short-term, mid-term, or by the room rental. We're seeing a lot of success with short-term rental. I mean, $3,000 a month consistently. This definitely seems very accurate for that market. By the room rental, you could rent individual rooms for about $750. That's what we're seeing in the comps. So you'd be cash flowing a couple $100 per month. So it's really up to you. Of course, you can run it as a long-term rental. You're going to be breaking even, if not, maybe making a little bit of cash flow if you were to get upwards of $2,000 to $2,200. And then we include some key features, just the simple fact that this is a low entry. It has a high upside. It's turnkey. It's versatile. It has a fenced yard, no HOA. It's ready for any type of rental that you choose. And then it's in a great location. Overall, it's near the scenic Winter Haven chain of lakes, near top-rated schools, shopping, and it has, like I said, a huge fenced backyard for tenants, pets, or any added features. We are looking to close by the middle of this month, at the very latest end of this month. Parking is that long driveway that you saw. A lot of these details here aren't relevant because this isn't a rental. This isn't rental arbitrage. This is a purchase. So them being open longer than 12 months or the 60-day exit clause really doesn't pertain to this. Air conditioning, no HOA, washer and dryer is included. Like I said, all appliances are included. And then if we were to go here just based on the short-term rental projections, the monthly PITI with a 15% buffer to account for utilities and anything else, you are looking at about $1,000 in monthly profit. So $1,000 cash flow, that is pretty nice. So if you guys have any questions about this deal, if you'd like to put in an offer, if you'd like to just discuss further and see if we can help you with your Subject 2 creative finance or short-term rental needs, definitely reach out to us. We'll be here. And again, thank you guys for tuning in. See you on the next one.